3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Sierra's bouncing ball into center field. It's a base hit.
West side, let's do it.
East side, best side.
Inside corner. She penned a beautiful pitch that time.
East Bow, baby. Let's go, West.
All the way around toward the plate and in there. Not quite sure why you're not here. It's beautiful Southern California, Irvine to be exact. This is a celebration of softball. This is the PGF 2021 High School All-American game as all of these great athletes are headed off Division I Power 5 Elite competition. Hi there, folks, and greetings from beautiful Irvine, California. Olympic gold medalist and national champion at UCLA, Amanda Freed. My name is Darren Sutton. This is it. They're off now. They're going to represent their schools, but one last order of business: celebrate the sport and get together as they have for the last half decade.
Well, these athletes deserve this, what they've been through over the last year to get to this point, be on this stage, playing with and alongside this type of competition. These are the athletes we're going to see on the big stage next year as they go off to college. We love this game. It's proven to be the best year in and year out. I'm excited to see these athletes today.
Welcome to the 2021 PGF High School All-American Game. East versus West. 40 of the top seniors across the country in the future of the Women's College World Series. Introducing the visiting team first, the East All-Americans. Number 9, Megan Bloodworth. Number 11, Katie Simmons. Number 13, Lindy Ray Davis. Number 17, Julia Desiderio. Number 21, Sam Landry. Number 23, Easton Lotus. Number 27, Grace Nieto. Number 31, Madeline Schneider. Number 37, Annabelle Widra. And number 1, Jordy Ball. And now the starting lineup for the 2021 PGF East All-Americans. Leading off, playing left field, number 19, Dallas Goodnight. Batting second, playing center field, number 25, Darian McDonough. Batting third and catching behind the plate, number 15, Kylie Decker. Batting cleanup and pitching, number 7, Allison Benning. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 33, Jordan Stevens. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 35, Sarah Stone. Batting seventh, shortstop, number 3, Jada Baker. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 5, Brooke Barnard. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 29, Nelia Bradley. And now the coaches for the East All-American softball legends, Susie Brazzi and Crystal Bustos. And now, introducing the home team, West All-Americans. Number 8, Isabel Fishman. Number 12, Stevie Hansen. Number 20, Grace Keene. Number 24, Ellen Adu. Number 30, Sydney Sanders. Number 34, Nicola Simpson. Number 38, Taylor Stevens. Number 40, Ty Wilson. Number 2, Alicia Campbell. And now the starting lineup for the West All-Americans. Leading off, playing center field, number 32, Olivia Silvestre. Batting second, playing second, number 22, Maddie Moore. Batting third, shortstop, number 18, Riley Holtorf. Batting cleanup and playing first base, number 10, McKenna Gibson. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 26, Sophia Nugent. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 14, Graham Hayward. Batting seventh and catching behind the plate, number 36, Hannah Slight. Batting eighth, right fielder, number 4, Paige Dimmler. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 6, Taylor Ebbs. And pitching in the flex, number 16, Dee Hernandez. Introducing the coaches for the West All-Americans. Again, please join me in welcoming softball legends Leo O'Brien D'Amico and Jenny Finch. Please join us in stand for the national anthem.
Amanda Freed, Darren Sutton, what a way to start things. What an introduction that was. And certainly the voice of Garrett Hay introducing all of these athletes. Here we are, Amanda. Last year, you and I were hosting a show every single week, and we were talking to athletes that were in quarantine, that were hitting in their basement, in barns, trying to find live at-bats somewhere. A year later, it's great to be here.
It feels so good to be here and surrounded by this level of competition. What a great display of softball and a celebration for these athletes who have worked so hard on their own oftentimes, not knowing if this day would ever happen. And here we are, the best of the best, taking the field for the last time in their high school careers.
And so as we talked about earlier with the East leading things off and an opportunity to swing the bat, and Dee Hernandez working in the circle allow us to share with you who you will see. Dallas Goodnight, Darian McDonough, Vivian Decker, Allison Benning will start in the circle. She'll be backed up by some really talented arms. We'll tell you about that in just a bit. Jordan Stevens, the right fielder, Sarah Stones, Jada Lynn Baker, Brooke Barnard, and Nelia Peralta all the way down to the bottom. Again, throughout this game, we'll share with you who each of these athletes are, their backstories, where they're headed, because they all are headed to high-level Division I softball. What I find most interesting, and we can point these athletes out when it's appropriate, not every single one of them Power 5. These athletes are really owning their journey. Some going to the best academic combined with softball schools, as we get a look at Desiree Hernandez, who goes to work La Crescenta, California. It's a fun mix of athletes.
Well, it definitely is, and this is an athlete going to San Diego State, and we found and we've talked about how athletes at this level are just good all-around athletes, players, people looking for the right fit in college and the best place that they can have an impact. Some of it's Power 5, but we are spread across the country. The game is better than ever. We saw it in the Women's College World Series, and these athletes are going to be the ones in that Women's College World Series in the near future.
Alabama commit Dallas Goodnight to lead things off. Tequila, Georgia, Mill Creek High School. She just graduated. An elite long jumper, a state-level long jumper in Georgia. The first pitch is just off the plate. Well, we're all glad to have you with us. And let's celebrate the sport of softball. This is the incoming freshman class, the best players in the country. Slaps that one off to the left side. When you talk about Didi and who she is, great movement, great command over my pitches. Flirt with the plate, she says, spinning the ball left, right, up and down. Confident in changeup, will throw it with the full count.
Ooh, I love that. Full count changeup's my favorite.
Hitters don't agree as that one is rolled. Base hit left field. Dallas Goodnight off and running. And so the Alabama commit, Georgia Impact Lewis, her travel team, starts things off strong.
What a statement to start off this ball game with the hit off of top pitching. Dallas Goodnight showing it off.
Darian McDonough now. From Lincoln, Rhode Island, LaSalle Academy, a Boston College commit. Couple of times first team All-State in Rhode Island. Runner on the move, fired down, tag, not in time. Hannah Slyke, the catcher. Fired it on out there. Maddie Moore applied the tag just a moment too late.
What you'll notice with athletes at this level, there's a lot of communication on the field. Look at, that's going to be Moore taking the throw as the second baseman.
That curve ball dives way off the plate outside. This is a gifted outfielder. Was an excellent base runner when you talk about McDonough. And that curveball, no fun. Just stayed out there. Why come back?
That lefty v lefty action, tough pitch to hit, just keeps on running off the plate. No matter how tight Darian was onto that plate, that ball kept going.
Another Georgia Impact travel team. Boy, what a great team that is. This is Vivian Callie Decker out of Lake Mary, Florida. Just graduated Lake Mary High School. Coach Walton awaits her arrival at the University of Florida. And she takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike one. 2 years she was her team's captain. 4-year home run record once she said goodbye to her high school. And a GPA of nearly 4.0. Away, then up. A little rise ball after a steady diet of curveballs. Decker, a catcher. The daughter of Lori and Chris and the sibling of Jack and Nick. That's a pretty good piece of hitting to spoil that pitch.
Yeah, these hitters know the strength that Hernandez has. A really nice curveball. She will go inside as well, and we saw the up pitch, but it's that outside that'll run away from a lefty that they're trying to protect.
As Ree rocks and fires. That one elevated, that one effective. Back-to-back strikeouts as she sits down McDonough and Decker.
A little up, a little out. Nice rising curveball. Playing to the swing of the hitter. Great shot.
Allison Benning is committed to Oregon from Lake Elmo, Minnesota as she takes a pitch wide, 1-0 the count. She'll start in the circle, and boy, she did it all in high school. 4-year Letterman on tennis, basketball 2 years, a Letterman state participant, and of course a dominator, team captain on the softball diamond. What a career she had as a prep star.
And a big swinging pitcher. We've seen quite a few of those this tournament so far, and I had a chance to talk to Patty Gasso, who's going to be welcoming in Jordan Ball next year, and she loves the fact that she can hit and pitch.
Well, right on top of the plate, changed up on her 2-1. I told you in our 18U championship game, I love when a pitcher does this in a hitter's count.
Look at the way she sells that pitch also, way out in front. Benning just can't hold.
Her ball disappears outside. Remember, she shared with us, I'll throw it 3-2, that changeup.
So now as a hitter, it's in the back of your mind, because she will throw it in this count. She'll throw it back to back when she needs it.
2-2. Spoils it. 3.88 GPA Benning throughout high school. Academic All-State in both tennis and softball. And her inspiration inspired many. Odyssey Alexander, the now legend, on to professional softball out of James Madison. Her mental toughness, her physical toughness, that's what Benning looked up to.
That's a great take. 3-2, let's see it. Will she pull it out?
She fluttered it high.
She did.
She threw it 3-2. I love one who stands by their scouting report. Good at bat by Benning, huh?
Yeah, you know, and that pitch wasn't far out of the zone, maybe a little bit up.
Now batting for the University of Alabama, right fielder.
I don't know, I like the call. I like the call, change up 3-2. I think it was a good spot for it.
Paints the outside corner. Jordan Stevens, Tampa, Florida, Robinson High School. 0-2 the count to the Alabama commit. Played her travel softball for the Tampa Mustangs TJ program. She's the daughter of Janet and Joel Stevens. Dad played some college baseball. Mom played college volleyball. Grandparents both college athletes. Crystal coming out. What's she talking about here?
We're seeing a pinch runner come on in. That's Benning over at first base who got on. She's going to be pitching, so give her a courtesy runner.
Annabelle Widra, pitcher. She'll pitch later in the game. An Alabama native committed to Michigan. Annabelle runs at first. Hot shot up the ladder. Brianna Hayward. That's what you're supposed to do in an All-American game. The bats are stealth and aggressive. The pitchers are fearless. The defenders, oh, they're ready. The party's just getting started in Irvine, California. The PGF High School All-American game.
Hi guys, I'm O Silvestri. Go Bears.
That's good, that's good. Want to make a handshake for when we go out there? What do you want to do? So we'll have our gloves on. So we'll go glove hit. And then we'll go this, knuckles. And then hit butt.
Okay, sick.
Okay, so. Boop. Yeah? Okay, good. The East squad works defensively, leading it off for the West squad out of San Ramon, California. Olivia Silvestri, SoCal Athletics Richardson, and her commitment, college commitment, which came a little bit later. We'll share that story. She's headed to Cal. Academics, athletics, softball in the pack. And she shares very proudly the #1 public university in the world. That's where I'm headed. That one skips in there from Benning. So Benning with a great at bat. Now we get to know the great all-around athlete, as we told you, great tennis player, great basketball player. Considers herself a power pitcher, mixing speeds, changeup, she says is my best pitch. 3-0. Moore goes behind Silvestri. Holtorf, look out, she's wearing a microphone. We'll hear from her, excited about that. Gibson, Nugent, Hayward, who made that fine play, Sly, Dimmler, and Taylor Ebbs. Silvestri patient, trying to find the strike zone is Benning.
Now batting, going to Clemson, second baseman number 22, Maddie Moore.
And now Maddie Moore with her chance. Del Oro High School in Loomis, California, a Clemson commit. The daughter of Kelly and Dave. Played with her sisters through high school, through travel ball. Olivia and Mara, her sisters. That one skips in there. Kind of seeking for that release point, isn't she, right now?
Yeah, just pressing a little bit, it looks like. And this is, even though it's a fun game and it's exciting, this is some big-time competition and a really big stage. So just still settling in is Benning.
What a great story the rebirth of the Clemson program is, and what they have done so quickly, the foe to not just those in the ACC, but nationally. Her commitment came back in 2019, Maddie Moore's. That one is low, 2-1 the count with the runner at second base. Matter of fact, back in October of 19, 10 days after to committing to Clemson, she ruptured her ACL, tore her meniscus, 10 months to fully play again, and all the way back. Pokes it back to the screen. Max effort, by the way, if you listen.
Might be a little of that tennis in there also.
Ah, good
If you
call
listen
by
to
you.
a tennis match.
Yeah, Frozer there on 2-2, changed up on her. A little flutter pitch, right belt high down the middle. That's not what Moore was looking for.
Well, the changeup has seemed to be Benning's go-to. Maybe a little up in the zone, but I think it's too close to take when you've got 2 strikes.
Heather Tarr awaits the arrival of this athlete, Riley Holtorf, U.S. Junior National Team member from Peoria, Arizona, Sandra Day O'Connor High School. Pretty pitch just off the plate, 2-0 the count. AZ Storm, Riley's travel team. She's the daughter of Rianne and Ronnie. There are 4 Holtorf children at home. Back to the changeup. It's almost as that's her centering point right now.
I think it is. That's where she's really found the zone. And so if you're a hitter, probably going to be sitting on that pitch. Expect to have at least 1 thrown during your at-bat.
Well, that's a pretty tough pitch to not get called, but it's just off the plate. We'll hear from Riley. She's agreed to wear a microphone for us, so we'll have some fun behind the scenes with her. Dad played college baseball at Grand Canyon University. And she's on a couple of walks, sandwiched around a strikeout in this inning.
Now batting, going to the University of Tennessee, first baseman number 10, McKenna Gibson.
She's from Saugus High School, McKenna Gibson. Had a .500 on-base percentage in this, her senior year. Saugus in Southern California. And that one paints the outside corner, strike 1. Reese Keene, McKenna Gibson, both Saugus athletes that committed to Tennessee their freshman year prior to the rule changes. You like the later recruiting now in the high school journey?
I love it. We're seeing the higher ages with less early commits. I just like it. I love that these athletes have a little longer to develop their skills and really choose the place that they're going to fit best. I think that's really tough to decide that so early on.
1-2 the count. Change up. Not sure how you take that pitch, but she did. You've educated me that maybe the bat's stuck to your shoulder. That's why you take it. Allison Benning fires that one home. You know what? The changeup followed up by some just fire on the outside corner. That's a great sequence in the end.
And sometimes you just use the changeup to set your speed up, but look at the velocity and the movement on that curve, just cuts through the plate. Finding her groove, Benning is.
Sophia Nugent with the wide open stance. Seal Beach, California native as the changeup hits the inside corner. Los Alamitos High School. She's committed to play for Patty Gasco at Oklahoma. Patty Gasso, I should say, at Oklahoma. Her parents are Audrey and Sean. Big sister to 9-year-old Fiona. Curveball hits the outside corner, 0-2. Freshman All-American, and throughout each and every year, more and more decorated. Sunset League Female Athlete of the Year this year. Any sport is what Nugent accomplished.
Now she's just fun to watch. I think Patty Gasso has a couple of really great athletes coming into her program next year with Jordan Ball and Sophia Nugent.
Good take on a 1-2 curveball that misses outside. Kind of fun for those of you that are a little bit older. Sophia says, and I quote, "I love music. I enjoy rock and I enjoy metal. If your last name is Nugent, you should." Again, I know I just lost 3/4 of our audience with that one. I understand that. But she shared it. Those are her words, not ours. But I'm just saying. Closes up that stance. The changeup. I'm telling you, the fastball just kept punching her back the whole inning. It didn't like her at all. But when she introduced that changeup, it made everyone uncomfortable. Skipping it, Allison Benning. Where's my fastball? Doesn't matter. Oh, you want to talk about out front? Behind the scenes with the best player in Arizona, Riley Holtor.
West side on 3, 1, 2, 3, West side!
Hi guys, I'm O Silvestri. Go Bears.
That's good, that's good. You want to make a handshake for when we go out there? What do you want to do? So we'll have our gloves on. So we'll go glove hit. And then we'll go this, knuckles.
Hopping into the box and going back to the work. We enjoyed that visit behind the scene. Out of Indiana, Sarah Stone. She is committed to go to Kentucky. Beverly Bandit star, Johnny Bench Award winner as a catcher, and the daughter of John and Miranda Stone. Outstanding player. Dad, by the way, a great high school catcher himself. That one is rolled foul. Jada Baker. We saw Jada Lynn Baker play for the Lady Dukes Lamar in the 18U championship game. Nebraska Gold victorious in that one. She's out of Longwood, Florida. And a Duke commit. And a line drive hitter. Oh, baby. Changed uniforms, got a quick snack, and went back to hitting.
Yeah, I used that earlier game as warm-up for that swing. Beautiful contact up the middle. This is a lot of power. Nice swing. Right by Hernandez.
Rick Barnard is from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Palm Beach Gardens High School. Ole Miss in Oxford is where she is committed. And she's in the hole 0-1. 18U Intensity KOD Premier, her travel team. She's a Florida All-Star. She's got a great arm. From third, a fun arm to watch. She's in the hole, 0-2. This class of 21 went through a lot. They lost their junior year. They had to be recruited differently with the new rules. Then COVID hit. So think about that. Maybe you're waiting. In the old school, you're waiting a little bit long heading into, after your sophomore year. Then there's a new rule. Then COVID hits. There was some anxiety for some of these athletes.
I think there really was, and you know, at the end of the day, I think all that wanted to pursue a career in college found a home and maybe looked differently than they thought it was going to years before COVID and before the rule change, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Barnard down off the end of the bat, base hit, left field. So the 3-time All-State player in the state of Florida picks up a base hit. Single Baker, single Barnard, runners on first and second.
A little out front, but it still worked. Got around that down outside pitch, looped it into left field for the base hit. Those long levers stayed through the zone just long enough.
Nelia Peralta is headed to the Plains to play for Auburn. And the SEC, good pitch, inside corner at her knees. She's from Wellington, Florida, Wellington High School, a recent graduate, and a fine program she plays for, those Birmingham Thunderbolts. Lines that one toward the alley. That one is down all the way to the wall. Peralta hurrying on around, looks out front where 2 runs cross the plate. And the E squad, thanks to Baker, Barnard, and Peralta, lead it 2-0.
A nice swing, just crushes this ball left center field. That's Jada Baker who got this inning going, scoring first, then Brooke Barnard right after her. East up on the board by 2.
Fouled off. Dallas Goodnight as we flip the lineup, get back to the top. She talked about last year's shutdown as a time to focus on strength conditioning with no interruptions. He said it did test my self-drive. A lot of them have said that, but specifically Dallas honest about that. She checks swing, lifts it into left, charging to make the plays, Taylor Ebbs. She'd love to see that one more time. McDonough had a wild swing at that one.
When you're in this game, you know, you could have a couple of innings, 3 innings maybe 1 at bat, hopefully 2 to 3. But take advantage of every pitch you get while you have the chance. Take those big swings.
Didi Hernandez talks about her commitment to San Diego State and the Aztecs, saying how family-oriented she felt that they are. She said, of course, at San Diego, it's beautiful, but she said, I'm thrilled with the variety of educational programs, the amazing coaching staff as well. Didi, of course, has played on Mexico's women's national team since 2018 when she was 15 years old, Amanda.
Wow.
Again, off the end of the bat, diving attempt, it's in there. Not only in there, but it's an RBI looking for 2. Great heads-up play, but sliding under the tag. McDonough hops up, claps her hands. Peralta scores another run. It's 3-0, the E squad.
And this just finds a gap right there, shallow left field. Good heads-up play by Ebbs to make that throw. I don't know if review's in play in this game, but that's an awfully close play at second base. McDonough in for the slide. That's a nice tag right in front of the bag.
1-0 the count to Callie Decker.
I don't know. That has me questioning what I thought I saw.
Changeup flutters and stays high.
Well, it definitely looks like the tag is in a good spot, but the hand goes to the back of the bag instead.
Well, these lefties are doing an outstanding job. It's not that they're crushing it, but letting it travel, and using the other side. Didi goes back out there, 2-2 the count. Kinesiology, physical therapy is what she plans on studying at San Diego State. Calls her mom, Dee Dee does, her greatest inspiration. Strong-minded, goal-oriented, self-sufficient, encouraging to be the best version of myself. Inside corner, Frozer. When you talk about the bottom of the order, well, that's not really the case when you have the best players in the country. Nelia Peralta had a couple of base runners out front. She split the gap. She turned them loose. And the East squad added on another. They lead it 3-0. This week's Sunday Night Baseball game, a series finale between the top teams in the AL East. It's the Sox and the Rays from the Trop on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and on the ESPN app. One app, one tap. Our coverage begins a half hour earlier than usual, 5:30 Eastern, with baseball tonight, Sunday Night Countdown. It may not be the most beautiful, unique ballpark in the world. It just produces winning baseball at the Trop in St. Pete. Brianna Hayward out of Tucson, Arizona, Cienega High School. Texas Tech University is her commitment. Oro Valley Suncats, her travel team. Todd Judge is her coach. The talented Brianna Breezy, as she is known for those who care about her. The daughter of Nicole and Joe. And she takes low. Her dad played some football at New Mexico State. Older brother's playing football up in Flagstaff at Northern Arizona University. What is it with the changeup?
I know, it's the pitch tonight.
Yeah, but you think about it, what a great pitch in an All-American All-Star game. Everyone can hit. Everyone's aggressive. Not a bad idea the more you think about it.
That's very smart.
We'll workshop that even more between innings. Brianna says, one of my favorite things to do is to cook for my entire family. Desserts, tinfoil recipes, I go to Pinterest. I found some great stuff during COVID. I'm gonna tell you this right now, speaking on behalf of her dad, Joe, keep it up. That sounds great. And her mom says, I'll take a break. Joe says, I don't have to cook. Mom says, I don't have to cook. That's cool though. Brianna Breezy Hayward. She takes it outside, she's on. They're waiting for you in Lubbock, Texas.
Now batting, catcher number 36, Hannah Slake.
Jenny Finch will be joining us, the legend, in the next half inning. One of the 4 elite coaches that are providing such inspiration for these athletes. She'll give us some insights, memories, maybe scout some of these players up. Change up, 0-2. Hannah Slake, Chula Vista, California. East Lake High School produces so many great baseball and softball players. Boston College, her commitment. SoCal Athletics Richardson, her travel team. Hits it hard, down off the end of the bat though, so it dies on the infield. Good speed, but a nice play. Jada Baker, the shortstop.
Did her job in moving that runner. Almost looked like she had a shot, some good speed down the line. But Baker's got a real cannon from short.
So Slake heads back to that dugout. She with the graduating GPA of 4.43.
Wow. How is that possible?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. Here's Paige Dimmler from the left side. Dimmler takes a pitch low and outside. Well, we had one player that's from Arizona, Tucson specifically, going to Texas Tech. Paige is from Vista, California. She's going to Tucson. She is going to play for the U of A. As Caitlin Lowe takes over for Mike Candrea on campus. Amanda and I had a great interview with the legendary all-time winningest coach just this last week, Coach Candrea. He said he may show up here.
Yeah,
I don't know if I believe him.
Bored, yeah, he misses softball already.
He's in Pine Top, which is in northern Arizona, which is about 40 degrees cooler than the valley, which means it's in the 70s. His golf game is tuning up. We know you're watching, Coach. We're not expecting you here. Quick news flash, that's what retirement's about.
But what a cool time in a way to be going to Tucson during this transition.
Yep.
I'm really excited about the coaching staff at Arizona. Caitlin Lowe is so ready. Coach Kendrea is going to have a hand in that, making sure it's smooth.
To the right side, sneaks on through. Jenny Finch threw up the stop sign at the last moment, stopping Hayward, but Dimmler with the base hit. 2-year volleyball starter, 4-year softball starter, 3-time All-CIF, Paige Dimmler.
And this ball finds the hole into right field. And I'm not sure who held up the stop sign at third, if it was Jenny Finch waving her home, or if it was actually Hayward saying, nope, not right now. Finch is laughing, having a little conversation with.
Yeah, Jenny was doing more verbal coaching. There was really no sign of any type.
You do you, you do you.
In hindsight, there was no, I'm here, I care about you, you decide.
Right, that's why this game is fun also. Everyone's just learning about each other as we go.
Didn't mean to, chops that one foul, does Taylor Ebbs, the Kaiser, Oregon native, a recent graduate of McNary High School. Kentucky commit. She's going to find her way from Oregon to Kentucky. And say goodbye to her travel team, the Northwest Bullets as well. Change up, 0-2. This is an all-state volleyball competitor for a couple of years. The Oregon Gatorade Player of the Year. And 7 times an all-academic team member. Ebbs talks about early on 14. Bottom of the totem pole on teams where the players were older than her, and she didn't see the field very much, and she kept pushing. Joined a team that won the platinum bracket at PGF, and she said that lit a fire under me that is still being stoked as it skips in there. And Dimmler will advance. She said, and these are her words, when I went through all that, I learned how to be a leader. My skills developed just the way they needed to make me how I am on and off the field. And I couldn't be more thankful for those younger challenges in my teen years. Bouncing ball, big part of the field. How about that backhanded effort, but not in time. Out at the plate, nice relay, great quick decision there. Stone, as she was off the bag with that throw, turns and fires. Guns down the trail runner there in Dimmler, but a run scores.
This is a fantastic grab up the middle by Peralta. I think Stoneover at first didn't think she had a chance, tries to make that play and then throws home. No slide at the plate. But Dimmler manages to get in there safely.
And the score is 3-1. Here is Olivia Silvestri. Oh, rocket shot, but it's a foul ball.
I apologize, Dimmler was tagged on the no slide. Hayward was the one that scored.
Yeah, the old 4-3-2 force out at the plate. Silvestri's one of those athletes that got caught up in the tornado of a switch in the transfer portal rule, the recruiting rule, head first slide on a pitch in the dirt. Nice job moving up by Taylor Ebbs. And she said, and I quote, the implementation of the NCAA portal happened simultaneously with the rule change that affected my recruiting. Then COVID hit. She said, I'm grateful I was able to overcome this by moving the target through 2020 when I committed finally to Chelsea Spencer in Berkeley.
I think that's a great point because you think about the later recruiting, and that was a great rule, and then the portal, which overloaded rosters and, well, the potential for, and then COVID, and it was a storm. And we're still trudging through it.
Absolutely. She said, look, there was only a handful of offers. There was no such thing as visits or camps or face-to-face interaction anymore. Sounds kind of disconnected to say, because at times when it's said, it is. But I think it applies here if you're patient. If you're good, they will find you. I don't always believe that. I think you have to be proactive in your own career as well. But eventually they will, and I'm guaranteeing you it was frustrating, but she was virtually very proactive. That one is high. That's a good at bat. I always applaud anyone that can walk in one of these All-American games. And she's done it twice, has O.
Now batting second baseman number 22, Maddie Moore.
Maddie Moore now. Jordy Ball will pitch here in just a little bit. The number 1 player in the land will come in behind Allison Benning. We'll also see Sam Landry and Annabelle Widra pitching for the East team. Maddie struck out looking back in the first. Curveball, yikes. That may be, all outside of those great changeups, that may be the best pitch she's thrown.
Yeah, that pitch had a ton of movement on it.
Number 19 overall prospect, according to extrainningssoftball.com, the number 16 infielder in the nation. Here's that curveball again.
You can even tell where Kelly Decker is setting off. That pitch starts middle of the plate and works about 3 balls off.
Maddie, no interest in that changeup in the dirt. Into the catcher's mitt it goes, a pump of the fist and a strikeout. Soon she'll be backed up by the number 1 player in the land, Jordy Ball. When we come back, speaking of legendary pitchers, we'll chat with one.
Also, be sure to check out the official PGF apparel tab up top of the stadium behind the announcers booth. $20 sweatshirts, $10 t-shirts. They also have official
Finch.
t-shirts. Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Doodle-doo. We're having fun, Free. We haven't messed
So
up yet.
much fun.
Don't be nervous, though.
I can't be like on the field.
Maybe put a glove on.
Hi, Finch. Sutton and Freed up here. How are you? Let's see. West is hitting
What?
now.
We're about to be. Junior.
So,
Okay.
East. Hi, Jenny. You hear us?
I can hear you.
Darren Sutton, good to talk to you again. Got Freed up here, too.
Enjoying a beautiful day at the ballpark.
Hey, Jenny. Is your whole family out?
Casey couldn't come, but
Aw.
me and the kids, yeah. And it's the first time back in 20 months, and so.
I was gonna say you haven't seen your parents in a while. Huh?
Yes.
We're out here at least.
One of the faces of this sport who enjoys passing the baton to the new ones, but still a legend, Jenny Finch, part of this coaching staff with Leah O'Brien and Miko. Jenny, you each and every year take on this fun responsibility because it is fun. How much joy does it give you to get to know these athletes that, as I said, are looking to be the new faces of this sport?
It's such a special event, and just to see these girls get to shine on this big stage. They've worked so hard for this. Their families have made so many sacrifices for them to be here, so it's always an honor to be a part of it.
Well, and you're here year after year, and you watch it on the Women's College World Series. You were there. How excited are you when you see this group of athletes for the growth of our sport?
You know, I couldn't be more thrilled for our young girls, and I have an 8-year-old daughter, and I got to take her to Oklahoma City this year, and just that she thinks it's normal to walk into a stadium with 12,000 fans. Like, yes, it's truly such a gift to be able to see how far we've come.
Stevie Hansen takes over in the circle. That one is lifted into left field. Play is made out there, put away. Taylor Ebbs got to start in left field. Jenny Finch is joining us for just one more moment. So whenever we have this chance to corner someone like you, I have to ask, it's from two perspectives. Number one, what advice do you have for parents? Let's say my daughter's 13, she loves the sport, she might take on more travel softball. What advice do you have?
I think, you know, let your daughter lead. I think if they're leading, then they want it and they love it, and you gotta have fun. It's a game, and if you're not having fun, it's not gonna last. So just find the fun in it and just create memories with your child. And they may not become an All-American or even, you know, play in college, but the life lessons that you gain through this sport, that's what it's truly all about, and the true gift of sport. So just enjoy it and have fun, make memories with your daughter, and expose her to, I think, you know, I told all of our girls back home, like, make sure you turn on TV, watch these girls, because these are the future. And I think when you see it, it just inspires and lights that fire within them a little bit more.
And advice to the athletes themselves when they're 13 or 14 and really want to get after it?
Keep working. You know, I always say talent beats, or working hard beats talent every single time when talent doesn't work hard. And so just keep working. You never know where the game's going to take you. And I love hearing the different stories and different journeys. It's never the same. It's not cookie cutter. So just be the best that you can be and have fun, and just keep your head down and keep working hard. You never know what doors are going to open up or what opportunities will be ahead for you.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Good stuff. Jenny Finch, Leo O'Brien, and Miko, the two coaches down there. And we talked about Stevie Hansen taking this responsibility and going to work. Off the bat of Jordan Stevens, center field, cut off out there by the left fielder. There's Stevie.
First baseman number 35.
Norco High School, Oregon commit. Athletics, Mercado, her travel team. Daughter of Stacy and Steve, and the sis of Skylar, who's 21 years old. Couple of outs quickly, and here's Sarah Stone, the Indiana native, the Kentucky commit. Pulls her hands in and lifts it over by the dugout.
I think Jenny brings up a great point about every athlete's journey being different. We talked a lot about recruiting and COVID and the impact, and it's hard not to look left and right and see these athletes who are committed. Just stay in your own journey. Know that it's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. There's a place for everybody if you want it and if you're proactive, like you mentioned, Darren.
Strong start for Stevie, by the way. She says, and I quote, these are her words, I throw a rise ball, a curveball, screwball, changeup, and a backdoor curve. As that one jumps up and out of the zone. Stevie thinks the world of her grandfather. She shared some thoughts about him. 77, still a full-time job. Does everything to be at all of my games. Make time for me, hang out, whether it's breakfast, going to get a bite to eat, going to a movie, as she fires that one away. And I guarantee you this, her grandfather absolutely loves the work she has done. They play piano together, they have good fun. We love Crystal Bustos. When we come back, let's talk softball with her. Hi, Crystal, Darren Sutton, Amanda Freed, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. We love, yeah, you were the best. When you came on with Freed and I on that radio show, we had the best fun in the world.
How's your guys' day going?
Pretty good. How about you? You have fun doing this?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
How long are you out for?
I'm here till Monday. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow, so
it
works out.
Happy birthday, Dad. That's perfect.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, Jordan Ball's pitching, kids.
Do you need this? What do you want to talk about on air, Bustos?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
Just don't throw anything sideways at me.
No.
Throwing you a curveball.
No politics, no religion.
There you go. We're good.
Talk about that empire of teaching that you're building in Texas.
Right. It's all over now.
That's right.
We got 11 states.
Jeez.
Doing good.
Crystal Bustos and Susie Brasney on that coaching staff. We hang out with Crystal now. Amanda and I love when we get to do this, whether it's on our weekly radio show or now. So, what do you love most about this All-American game and being able to pass it along, Crystal?
I think the greatest part of this is being around these young ladies and seeing the talent that's coming up and what the future of our sport and the future of softball's at.
Now, where do you see the biggest growth? I mean, it's been such a magical time of year. We just had the Olympics for the first time after 13 years for softball. You're seeing this game play out. Where are you most excited about the direction this sport is going?
To be honest, the pitching is getting better in the collegiate level and in every level. So watching these young ladies on the mound work their thing, work their magic, it's huge in our sport. Because before it was always just like one or two here and there. But you're seeing a few more pitchers coming up and really dominating.
Crystal growing the sport. She was sharing with us her reach now 11 states and continuing to grow as that one is chopped foul. So I'll ask you to lay eyes on an athlete, and she's in the circle in Jordy Ball. What are your thoughts on what you know about her skill set? She just won a national championship about an hour ago as well.
Right. She's got the presence. You can see as she takes the mound, she owns it. She's definitely giving it everything she's got. The movement's there, the speed's there, and just her command. I mean, just look at the way she takes the mound. I mean, she's a pitcher that knows what she's out there to do.
So I asked on the other side, Jenny, the same question. What advice do you have for parents if your daughter is 12 or 13 and starting to fall for this sport, maybe play a little bit more? What advice for moms and dads and step-parents and all that good stuff do you have?
Pick a fit. You know, when you're out there looking for your teams and you're trying to pick a team that's best for you, pick a fit that fits best for you all. And that's going to help train your kids up, you know? It's not about just the game, it's about the practice.
Crystal, thank you. We always love talking with you.
Thanks.
Bustos is the best. And so much growth, as we said, her touch to the game as that one is a shot foul. McKenna Gibson. We're talking about Jordy Ball, by the way, with her Nebraska Gold team just won the 18U National Championship at the Premier Division. It was a game that started this morning. It was a game that was played 9 full innings. It was a game in which she struck out 20, a career high. Kind of unofficially, but her career high. What makes her special stuff-wise?
You know, she'll do anything. She's unpredictable. I think that's why she's been unhittable, is she'll go up, down, in, out, really nice changeup, but she never goes with the same sequence twice in a row. She's just, you can't guess, and if you do, often you guess wrong. And then you obviously have to be able to execute your pitches. What she does that really well.
An Oklahoma commit and was incredible earlier today.
Look at the location of that rise ball. Starts it low in the zone.
We all have filled out those surveys, right? And at the bottom it says, click here to remind us you're not a robot. Here's how we'll remind you that Jordy Ball is not a robot. She was supposed to start this game. She left her All-American uniform at her hotel. She's not a robot.
One game at a time, right?
Yep, tied it up. The Gatorade National Player of the Year. And at La Vista High School in Nebraska, her teammates gathered around for the thrilling announcement. They loved her work, and certainly we're proud of it too.
What would it mean to you to be named the National Player of the Year?
I think it'd be pretty cool and be a big tribute to my teammates.
So fun to get going and introduce some new athletes, and we'll do so over the next couple of innings. Some wholesale line changes, as they like to say in hockey. But we do know this, Stevie Hansen rocking and rolling, goes back to work as she deals with Jada Baker. As we mentioned earlier, Baker getting an opportunity to play in that national championship game that we spoke of, in which Jordy Ball played. That Duke's travel program, as that one is swung right through. Sydney Sanders is at third, Ella Nadeau is at short, Taylor Stevens at second, Lacey Campbell, who can catch as well, is at first. The Fish, Isabel Fishman, is at left. This one's popped up left side of the infield. One of those new names, Sydney Sanders, puts it away for the out. Ty Wilson is in center field now. Paige Dimmler said, "I'm staying in." She's in right. Brooke Barnhart now. Brooke Singleton scored back in the second inning. It takes inside over the corner, strike one. There's Ty Wilson in center. How about that for a rise ball from Stevie? Norco High School.
Really nice rise balls out of these athletes. And it's not a pitch you often see thrown. Well, I mean, lately, maybe at the collegiate level, it's getting better and better, but throwing it through the zone is key, and we've seen some good ones this week.
They call her PETA, do her mates. And she jumps that one right out of the zone with the rise ball. A couple of strikeouts, an inning and 2/3 of work.
And this pitch out of the zone just set it up really well.
Now batting second baseman number 29, Daniel Peralta.
You know, in the other diamond sport, they talk about a downward breaking pitch as the old-fashioned announcers dropping it down an elevator shaft. That's the reverse. It looks like it's going right up to the 10th floor.
Right, and even in softball, there's so much talk about launch angle, and, you know, we've kind of adopted some of those philosophies, but when we have an up-moving pitch, that's a tough angle to connect on. So the rise ball can be very effective if you throw it correctly.
That one sails up and out of the zone from the right arm of the Oregon commit, Stevie Hansen. Hansen, a graduate with honors. And when she had time, being an A student and playing the highest level of softball, she also volunteered quite a bit at Shelters for Change in Norco. That one is outside. I love, and we shared it with you last half inning, how proud she is of her hardworking 77-year-old grandfather. She said, we play piano together, we watch movies together, we cook dinner. And that one is back to the screen. She even used the words, and I quote, "We love to play, my grandfather and I, billiards together." Not shoot pool.
Not pool, billiards.
If you're playing billiards, there's probably not dollar bills on the side of the table. You're gaming it for the game of it. And it was her grandfather, Stevie Hansen, who loses her there, the pitcher, who went to his wallet and purchased her first piano lessons to teach her how to play. Peralta's had a good day. How about a double and an RBI, a couple of them, and now a walk. One more chance to see Dallas Goodnight. I would imagine she'll give way here very soon for the second wave of her teammates, as that one is bunted foul. Katie Simis and Lindy Ray Davis, Gray Nieto, Madeline Snyder, Megan Bloodworth, Julia Desiderio, all players that will come in and come off the bench. We'll introduce you to all of them as well. I mean, I know you played internationally, one of the best players in the world when you played. You would have dug this game, though. You would have dug having to travel across, get all the swag, everything that goes along with it.
Oh, yeah. This is fun. This is special. You don't really get this at this level very often, so what a treat.
I think you nailed it. It's not that those juices don't boom. Once you get out there, I mean, look, we see Stevie Hansen, we saw Jordy Ball. You do compete, and that switch goes right on, but maybe you're a little bit more relaxed in between and leading. This, to me, is a little bit more of a get-together.
Oh, for sure. And when you look at where all of these athletes are going, I mean, the majority of them will be playing either with or against each other sometime in the next, beginning of the season, preseason, in conference. And all of these athletes can be impact players year one at their colleges, so that's really exciting to see. And they can look back at this experience and have created those friendships that'll last through the next 4 to 5 years.
That one sails high, 1-2 the count. This game is always one of the highlights of my summer, no matter what fills my summertime. Outside corner, that's strike 3. Stevie got it done. She stranded a runner, she stranded a walk. We roll along to the bottom half of the 4th. PGF High School All-American game. 3-1, and the celebration of this sport at the PGF High School All-American game, the East on top. As that one skips in there, and away we go. Brianna Hayward gets the call. Sam Landry, you and I had a chance to have a great interview with her recently. Enjoyed getting to know the young athlete that's committed to go to Louisiana. Swings right through that one. Over the inside corner for a strike. To the right side, well struck, leaving her knees. Nice play, Easton Lotus. Advice, good advice especially, is hard to come by, but Riley Holtorf made sure that she shared some recently. She's mic'd up.
The one with the glasses, she also has a good changeup, and it comes it drops. She throws it a lot. And then her rise ball's faster than her other pitches, but she threw a ball all game against us. Didn't ever throw a rise ball for a strike. And then it was her changeup was her go-to. And then other than that, it was, I mean, as a righty, I got all inside. But that's what I had from the glasses girl.
That's so great. Give descriptions. The one with the red spikes, the one with the orange batting gloves, the one that wears glasses. I mean, that's who she is. And she looks so sharp behind those specs as she works out there. Sam Landry fires it home, up the ladder over there. Easton Lotus, the second baseman. Anna Slyke.
Number 4, age 2 winner.
Keeping busy over there, Lotus, going upstairs after going down to her knees. Had a kid.
Easton out of New Lenox, Illinois. Banditos, or I should say the Bandits, her travel team, Beverly Bandits. Lotus, the second baseman, is a commitment to Louisville. The daughter of Nikki and Pete. She'll get a chance to hit in just a bit. Couple of quick outs, though, for Sam Landry. Katie Simmons is her catcher working behind the plate. Paige Dimmler single back in the second inning. 1-2 the count.
I like how quick Sam Landry works out there in the circle. She gets that pitch off, gets back on the mound, and she's ready to go.
Change up,
nice
that's a
change.
good one.
Well, I don't know, you said it. I don't know how you lay off that pitch. A lot of drop down on that.
Mentioned Simmons behind the plate, Lotus at second. Lindy Ray Davis is at first. Megan Bloodworth has come in, and she is playing third with Jada Baker still out there at short. Waited as long as she could and just spoiled a good pitch away. Dimmler's travel team, Breakers Labs, Bobby. Dimmler saying with us when we connected, said the best part of what was a tough situation was the extensive I should say. It allowed me to spend with my family. Student athlete, I never had a break ever, and I had a break, and I got to know my family again. On the ground, back behind her. Lotus makes the play. Easton in time for the out. Sam Landry, good stuff. Hops out there in the circle, does fine work for the East squad. The Premier Girls fast pitch. All-American game. All the best players heading into a campus near you. As we move along, and a bunch of players we're going to introduce you to. Annabelle Widra gets a chance to play. She's out of Hoover, Alabama, Spain Park High School. And she takes a pitch that dives down and away from Stevie Hansen. University of Michigan commit, Birmingham Thunderbolts, her travel team. Had a chance to try out for the junior women's national team and the U17 selection too for the national team. The daughter of Melinda and Michael. And oh, is she decorated. I mean, there isn't an award in the state of Alabama that she hasn't won. She takes that screwball that misses away. I love that part of this game, the teaching part. Bolt, an athlete who plays for the Bolts, comes up empty this time. A triple threat softball player she shares in her self-scouting report. Hit, pitch, play in the field, and do them all very well. She drops down a pretty bunt. How about speed? How about a fourth threat? Bunting. When you can hit for power, when you can pitch, and you can do this.
That is tough to defend. Play back for the power, but then that's a nice play. Just too much speed out of the box. Widra gets down. I'm really impressed with this fielding and then flip throw over by Sanders. A nice display of speed.
Katie Simmons came on to catch. We'll tell you about her. She's from Humble, Texas. Hot Shots, her travel team. This is a Texas commit. The daughter of Kathy and John. Won a state championship her freshman year. She lifts that one foul, along with being a good catcher and having a high baseball IQ, the classroom IQ translated, graduating in the top 5% of her class. Katie battled back from a frustrating labrum tear. This past fall, some pains, things that went wrong, and she has come all the way back, having to rehab through that. As Katie takes high.
We've heard that a lot, some of these athletes getting injured early on in their careers and rebounding, working hard to become quicker, faster, stronger than they were even before their injury.
What a curveball. Wow. So Simmons goes down on strikes.
And another look at that curveball. Up and away. We've seen that look as well. Not just curving, but a little rise to it.
National Player of the Year. She was in the circle earlier. Jordy Ball fouls it back to the screen. She had a hit in that national championship game, and as we said in the circle, struck out 20. Daughter of Emily and Dave. Pulls that one toward the hole, and why wouldn't you? You are the #1 player. Hop in, put a bunch of strikeouts up, and then do this. Being the #1 player in the land, Jordy Ball certainly comes with all the responsibilities, but there's a lot of fun to it as well.
I'm Jordan Ball, committed to the University of Oklahoma, playing for the East team in the PGF All-American game. This is just kind of like the last dance for my club softball, and I remember being a younger girl watching it on TV at home before I'd even come to California to play in the PGF tournament. So the team I'm on right now is a really special team, so I'm looking forward to finishing it out with them, and then just finishing out in the All-American game is just like the cherry on top for club softball for me.
Let's go, East Side!
That one is high to Showtime. Maddie Snyder gets the call. KC select fast pitch. She is a Mizzou commit. The heart of America in Columbia, Missouri. Won a 5A state championship this past fall as that one dots the outside corner. Snyder, the daughter of Carla and Thomas. Grandfather Ron played for Mizzou, College Baseball World Series. Chases up and out of the zone, a bright future for her. Glad we got to know her throughout this week. A biology major going on to vet school, this time a strikeout victim.
Now batting, going to Georgia, number 13, Lindy Ray Davis.
Here's Lindy Ray Davis, came on playing at first base. She takes a curveball, backdoors it for strike one. Out of Calhoun, Georgia, the University of Georgia, her commitment. Won a state championship her freshman year at Calhoun High School. National Honor Society 4.0 student. And a good catcher. Two and one the count. She'll major in sports management. She said, I'm in a family full of football coaches. I want to work with the college football team, either in recruiting or director of football operations. Curveball hits the inside corner.
Oh, we need more athletes getting into athletic careers. I think that's a great spot, especially if you have family. Make it a family affair. That sounds like fun.
Her dad Michael played in the minor leagues in the Cleveland Indians organization. Over the top of that one, Lindy Ray Davis gets a chance to play as an All-American. What a strong showing, by the way, for Stevie Henson here in SoCal at Irvine, PGF High School All-American game. Taylor Ebbs to lead things off, bottom of the fifth inning, PGF High School All-American game, and President and CEO of PGF, Dan Hay, joins us. And look, you and I have talked over the last couple of years, Dan, as we battled through this and made sure everyone was healthy. Once we've done that, how thrilled are you to be with these families, these athletes, and then have this All-American game?
Well, we're just excited to be here. You know, California opened up June 15th, and we literally had 45 days to plan an event that usually takes us 6 months to plan. So we hope we did a great job for these folks, and we didn't let them down, and they seem to have all had a great time, and the weather's been phenomenal for us this week.
How proud are you of the resiliency of your athletes, these athletes, from 10U all the way to 18U? They had to be creative last year. How proud are you of what you're seeing this week?
Well, as you know, these kids have been a PGF product since they've been 10 years old. So, you know, and we've got the 14s, 12s, and 10s coming in next week. So, we've had the 18s and 16-year-olds here this week. But these kids are just some of the best athletes in the country. And, we're proud to showcase them here in Southern California every year.
We'll talk about that talent, because as Darren mentioned, we were creative last year. Here in California, it was very different. There wasn't a lot going on. We were pressing to find fields to play on, but the talent is still here. These athletes did a tremendous job of working over the last year. What do you think about the talent level over the last week?
Well, there's parity throughout the country. Even though the California kids weren't playing here in California, they were traveling through other places of the country, and we're seeing more and more teams from across the country ending up in these finals, because there's parity out there, that the talent is spread out amongst many organizations. And the Southeast and the Midwest has absolutely done a great job in bringing up their talent, and they've got some of the best athletes in the country now.
This is Ty Wilson hitting. Allow us to introduce you to her first plate appearance out of Fairfield, California, committed to go to Seattle University with that wide open stance. Comes from a family of basketball players. We'll see the athletic Wilson here a little bit more, but the small ball game is a big part of the commit to go to Seattle University. Dan Hay, the president and CEO of Premier Girls Fast Pitch, joining us as we celebrate this sport and celebrate the bounce back and kind of the sport that was worth celebrating. Look, if you look at the Women's College World Series, kind of trickling into this event, you know, the sport's never really been on a higher ground than it stands right now, so you guys try to keep raising that ground, right?
Well, we always try to get better every year, and we seem to continue to accomplish that. And, you know, and listen, during COVID, baseball and softball were two of the sports that you're kind of automatically already socially distanced out there.
Right.
Other than sitting in the dugout, when you're out on the field, there's not a lot of contact unless there's a tag at a base.
Taylor Stevens came on, number 38, picks up that base hit. Gar High School, a UCLA commit, Taylor Stevens. Get a chance to introduce her as she picks up that base hit. And certainly excited to see her out there. By the way, you talk about a veteran in Stevens. 4 times she has taken part in PGF Nationals to hone her game heading to UCLA. And we saw Didi Hernandez, Amanda, earlier. Didi gets a chance to hit the San Diego State commit with a bat in her hands as we chat with Dan Hay. Who else was really big and instrumental in helping to pull this together? Your partners obviously supporting this event who, stuck by you through what was a quiet time for everyone. Maybe your families, some college coaches. Look, everyone's represented out here as far as college coaches go. Who are a few folks that you want to point out as continuing to raise this event as high as it is?
It's, something, it's just our success speaks for itself in the number of teams that are playing in this tournament every year. It's 600 teams, literally, that come and compete, 300 this week. These folks are all going home now tonight, and we've got 300 more teams coming in tomorrow morning to start the second week, and we'll be back doing the same thing with these championship games next weekend. I've got a phenomenal staff that has been with me for, you talk about employee turnover, I just don't think we've had any. And they've been with me for the last 15 years, and they're very talented, very professional, and these folks know how to put on an event. And, the colleges come out, they know where the talent's at, and it gathers here every year, and they come and recruit these kids and offer them scholarships, and this is where their dreams come true.
That pitch is up and away. 3-2 the count. PGF, a celebration of the game, Premier Girls Fast Pitch High School All-American game here in Irvine, California. As that hits the outside corner. Dan, thank you very much for your hard work and keeping this event so strong and growing it each and every year. Amanda and I are always thrilled to be here.
Well, thanks to you two for doing a great job every year in our broadcast.
We love it. We love it. On ESPNU, Dan Hay, the man behind Premier Girls Fast Pitch. When we come back, we'll continue to celebrate this sport on a gorgeous day. What else would it be in Southern California? Celebrating the sport. All sorts of youngsters out here having a good time. By the way, in about 15 years, there's your starting pitcher holding on to mom's leg. Nicola Simpson is from Seattle, Washington. Garfield High School, University of Tennessee awaits her arrival. And Nicola, by the way, I think I said Nicola, and it's Nicola Simpson. Nicola plays her travel softball. Boy, she's got some great teammates behind her. That's a great effort over there by Taylor Stevens, leaving her feet but not able to make the play.
It's a really nice contact there by Easton Lotus going up the middle. Taylor Stevens doing all she can to possibly make that play, but with that kind of speed, no chance.
Lotus headed off to Louisville. Megan Bloodworth gets the call to jump into this game. Alabama commit. Atlanta Vipers Holbrook, her travel team. Megan, the daughter of John and Joe Bloodworth, and the older sis of Camilla Bloodworth. This is the Georgia Gatorade Player of the Year and a 4.31 student in the classroom. Battled back from an ACL tear in 2019. Megan comes up empty. Good curveball, disappears outside. What do you want to study? What do you want to be when you grow up? We asked Megan. She said, I'll do your books for you. I want to major in accounting and be a CPA someday. If you could patiently work through an at-bat, than you can be an accountant, certainly. Numbers and patience and commitment. Although she describes herself, while I speak of patient, and being overly aggressive in the box. And she was that time. Nicola taking advantage of that. Simpson gets a swing and a miss.
Some really nice curve movement. Again with a little up, a little out. I love that pitch, love the location.
Elia Peralta. She doubled a couple of runs. Came around to score eventually, also walked, has had a really good All-American game. Off the end of the bat that time. Racing on over is Ellen Adu, who made the play for the out.
Now batting, going to Northwestern, number 27, Grace Nito.
Grace Nito now. Grace is a Michigander. She's from Farmington Hills in the suburbs of Detroit, Northwestern commit. She's a great softball player, we know that, but also won a state championship on the ice at her high school, Farmington Hills. Mercy. She, off the end of the bat, tried to line that one to the right side, but they get Grace that time, the daughter of Kelly and Dominic, an all-state hockey player, certainly outstanding, and she can ball on the field. Monday Night Baseball at the matchup with Bryce Harper and the Phils in D.C. It's a 4-gamer. Juan Soto and the Nats are waiting. Big series for both teams. Looking to get back in that playoff race as we start August. Our coverage begins at 7 on ESPN and the ESPN app. One tap. Monday Night Baseball. Sam Landry now. In the circle, she goes to work. Lacey Campbell gets the call out of Vallejo, California, Oregon State commit. Swings right through that one, 1-2 the count. Lacey, the daughter of Christina and Jody, had to deal with this.
I love that changeup. Great delivery, very deceptive, down in the zone.
Hit it hard. Diving attempt from her knees. Got her. Oh, Easton Lotus, thank you very much.
Well, Easton has been busy over there at second base, coming in, making all plays, and now here diving up the middle, throwing from the knees. I didn't think she had a beat on that, but she knows her range.
That one ripped to the right side on another great play by Lotus. Incredible job there. Nicholas Simpson, who is on pitching with a bat in her hands.
Easton has been everywhere. Up the middle, in the hole, behind first base. Great job running that down, catching it over the shoulder.
Sydney Sanders hit by a pitch, the Escondido High School native, or San Marcos High School, I should say. An Arizona State commit. And the daughter of Nicole and Tracy. We want to see her hit. So that's frustrating, I know. Her dad played minor league baseball in Korea. She was California's Freshman of the Year, national champion, all CIF a couple of times. Sid out at first now. Grace Keene. Kirsten, his mom, Chad, his dad, and Grace watches that one float in there. She's a Tennessee commit, an honor roll graduate. Battled through a shoulder injury to come back strong this year as she fouls it off. Goes down on strikes. The talented Grace Keene. She has been here before, and she has performed. Easton Lotus. First of all, she's on the all-name team. Now she's a Gold Glover. Running it down, making the play over the shoulder, cleaning it up. Oh, that Rawlings Gold Glove is hers. Premier Girls Fast Pitch High School All-American game where Julia Desiderio gets a chance to hit and lifts that one foul off to the right side. She's out of Hudson, Florida, as a commit to go play at South Carolina in the fall. And someday, after she studies collegiately biological sciences, she'd love to be a pediatric dentist. And she takes a changeup that misses just off the plate. If you ask her about her softball, Julia, she'll tell you, I've got a high softball IQ, I've got a very strong arm, and I'm athletic. Outstanding volleyball player in high school, too, at River Ridge High School. Hey, by the way, this is Amanda Freed sitting over to my right. Gold medal winner and an All-American, Olympian, and a national champion at UCLA. My name is Darren Sutton. Producer-director is John Walsh. And the count is 2-2. And we're having fun.
This has been a fun game. I was walking by East Dugout earlier before the ball game, and they were claiming this game. And it's been a while. I'd like to know what the overall is between East and West, but I know the last two meetings has gone to the West, so East team is due.
Desiderio, by the way, has a trophy on her mantle. She was part of a 16U Platinum group that won it all in PGF back in 2018. She earns herself a walk. So Julia is on.
Number 11, Katie Simmons.
Katie Simmons now. Her second opportunity. At Escosita High School in Humble, Texas. She was part of winning their first ever state title at the 6A level. It had never happened before, but in 2018, she was part of a team that did it. Came up short. A couple of softballs had to regroup.
This game has really settled in to be a pitcher's duel. A little bit of action on the base paths, but at the beginning of the game, there's a lot of offense. And the hitters seem to be a little livelier than the pitchers in defense, but that has since taken a turn.
Nicholas Simpson working in the circle, the Washingtonian. Goes outside, just missed. Nicola looks up a ton to her sister, Kaya, pursuing pre-med, cardiac, thoracic, or a brain surgeon. That's who's leading the way for her as she works in the circle. She says about her sister, she's got a patient yet feisty personality that draws people to her, including me. My sister, says Nicola, inspires me to live fearlessly and not to stress about the little things. Induces a pop-up this time. Couldn't hold on. Simmons with her fellow catcher who gave that one a run. Lacey Campbell, who had played first, now back behind the plate. Just couldn't make the play.
Well, Campbell got up and out of that squat quickly, found the ball, but that is a really tough play going up the line. I think Sanders knows she could have had a play on it, but again, even though you're an elite athlete, you've not communicated with your teammates on this kind of in a game. So it takes a lot of extra communication and just instincts to get through.
Hit hard. That eats her up out there at second. Boy, that's a tough hop to deal with. Tried to play it on a backhand, did Stevens, Taylor Stevens. That may be Sanders out there at second now.
Really taking advantage, Simmons, of that second opportunity. Crushes that ball.
Big swing down the line, and that one is a foul ball. Yeah, that's Sydney Sanders, as I thought, out there at second base. That one hit hard. Bouncing ball on a backhand. Got a run down. Back and forth we go. That tag is popped down, hurrying all the way around. In the end, tag was applied by Maddie Moore, who has moved out to play third base.
Great heads-up play. Nice stop in the hole, going down to the knee and then catching Desideria in the rundown between home and third. A great tag out. Runners will advance to second and third.
And now Maddie Snyder on the right side of the infield, as we talked about. It's actually Sydney Sanders at first. Taylor Stevens is at second. And infield in tight with runners on second and third for Showtime, as Maddie takes outside. Maddie, speaking of herself, said, "My main strength both offensively and defensively is my speed. I'm an anticipating center fielder where the ball is hit and how to track it." Comes up empty that time. Maddie said, "With the glove on my hand, I'm quite good at extending my range by diving for the ball, which is where I earned the nickname Showtime." Three and two the count. Nicholas Simpson against Maddie Snyder. Fights that one off, leaving her feet, comes right back up with it, no chance. I mean, that's really, with that speed, Showtime can fly, don't forget about that. And once Moore stood back up, there was no play.
Yeah, that was a great stop and just a tough decision because you have to look that runner back. Great job, but just that one shuffle gives Moore or Snyder enough time to get up the line. Look at that speed.
Lindy Ray Davis. Her second opportunity. Her dad, by the way, assistant football coach at Calhoun High School. She told us earlier there's a lot of football in her life. Her grandfather was a high school football coach for 2 full generations. Her grandfather, Ray Lamb, and he's in the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame as a high school football coach. Hops that one up, infield fly. 2 outs in the inning with the bases full.
Number 23, Easton Lotus.
And here's one of our favorites today, Easton Lotus. Easton pulls that pitch down and away and is quickly retired as that play is made by Taylor Stevens. The West with their chance to get things going as we move along. Their last chance, they're down a pair. We're all having fun, and certainly when you watch the big bats in this game, when you see the bases empty, the celebration, the East Side's having a blast.
Let's go, East Side.
Yeah. Rawlings and Easton providing all the equipment of this game, the bats and the helmets, the glove providing all the uniforms, New Balance providing all those good-looking spikes. Deanna Manning Stadium in Irvine, California. One last chance for the West squad. Set up Highland, California. Ellen Nadeau takes her shot. Changed up on her. Good looking pitch there from Sammy Landry. Highland, California, Elle. Citrus Valley High School graduate. Stanford awaits her arrival. She said, and I quote, "I chose Stanford, the amazing staff, the atmosphere, the campus, as well as the academics. I'll be challenged." Tries to pull a pitch outside. Ella is the daughter of Heather and Mike. Mom played softball, went to Oregon State, was a pitcher. Grandfather coached Mom, forming his own travel ball organization as well. The other thing that's interesting about the athleticism of Nadeau is that she was talented enough to make her high school varsity soccer team her freshman year and earn Rookie of the Year. That much a little bit too tough to handle. But we've enjoyed the journey and spending the week with Ella and what her future holds.
And enjoyed watching Landry work in the circle as well. Nice display of that rise ball, tough to lay off of. Nadeau taking a nice swing through.
Here's Fish. Isabel Fishman from Cypress, California, Empire Springs Charter School. She is headed to James Madison. The daughter of Jenny and Michael, the sibling of Aaron, Camille, and Larry. Talks about her dad as her great inspiration, sacrificing so much, not only for me, but a lot of people. The overcoming he has done of adversity. She leans on her dad, Michael, as she deals with that changeup.
We had a chance to talk to Isabel a little bit about going to JMU, what that means, just the spotlight put on that program and the opportunity that she has awaiting her.
That one hits the inside corner. Continue your thoughts, because I really enjoyed. She came in studio with us in the PGF studios. I think Fish is great.
And she's so humble about it. I mean, she's such a tremendous athlete, and yes, it's an opportunity, but I think she can be a real impact in that program from the beginning. And JMU is one that you can expect to see the Women's College World Series for years to come.
Wow. They appreciate that bold statement by you, and they've earned it.
Well,
right?
I think that's it. You have to earn it. Right, and they've been knocking on the door, but they made it. Odyssey Alexandra, a big reason for that. But the team in general has continued to get better and better, and once you establish that, athletes look to you. They want to go to your program, and they've got a championship culture there.
I liken that to what Gonzaga has done in basketball, men's basketball, what you're talking about, a mid-major school that sets the bar. And now it's not really a surprise, right? I mean, with what JMU, I think you and I were anticipating it as we talked about each and every week. That one hits the outside corner. Ty Wilson again, the Seattle University commit. Fouls that one back to the screen. I said, hey, when we run into you in a decade, Ty, what will your life be like? She said, just wrapping grad school, settling into my career as an anesthesiologist, starting my family in Colorado. Softball career will be over at some point, but I want to play as long as I can. As she takes outside. She said, however, I will plan to have my eventual children join sports so athletics can stay a big part of my life.
I think that's a great decision.
Change up, that'll do it. What a way to lock things down. Sam Landry, what a joy. The East gets one back. And so they bounce right back, and they do so certainly strong in the circle with just one run allowed. Elia Peralta doubled in a pair of runs. She may be getting some MVP votes. It was a good day there. Jada Baker had a couple of hits as well. We have just gotten done celebrating the sport. Hey, guess what, college campuses? These are the best players in the nation. Their next stop is coming to you to get settled in. Power 5, JMU, Seattle University. They're all coming your way. San Diego State outside of the Power 5s. And really excited to see what's next for all of them. Here in this beautiful stadium in Irvine, the 16U National Championship game will follow this one. Then tonight, right here, you can catch it, the Futures game. The sophomores against the juniors, the finest in the class of 22 against the finest in the class of 23. What a celebration of the sport, and it only happens with Premier Girls Fast Pitch. Bustos, love catching up with you. You're the best. We're going to send Amanda Freed down below for a quick conversation. Presentation of the MVP award as well. Dan Hay will grab the floor as well. I think we might do this together here. Nelia Peralta. Nelia is the MVP of this event. Amanda, have a quick chat with her, why don't you?
Yeah, this is exciting. Thank you so much for coming out, putting on a show for all the fans out here. This is the best softball we've seen all year long. Talk to me about the emotions of spending your last high school softball game out here with this type of competition on this stage.
It's great, you know, coming out here and playing with all these amazing players from across the country and competing against each other for one last time. It's been great and so much fun.
And you came up big in that, it was a second inning with a couple of RBIs. East hasn't won in a couple of years, but you pulled it through. What was it like, the emotions of being on the field? I know it's competitive, but it's got to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, coming here and being here has just been so great, and everyone has been so loving towards us and so supportive, and we just have been so grateful to even get the opportunity to be here today and with everything going on, so.
You were fantastic. We're so grateful that you were out here. Any last words you want to say to your family, your fans, those who have helped support you to get to this point before you head off to a successful career in college?
No, thank you everyone for supporting me. I would not have been here without all of you guys. To my family, my friends, my coaches, you have been there for me since day one, and I can't thank you guys enough.
Well, thank you so much. Nelia Peralta, PGF All-American MVP. Congratulations. It was fun.
Yeah, you can give her the trophy now, Freed.
There you go. That's yours.
Yeah! Hey, if I'm Amanda, I want to hang on to that too. That's awesome. Congratulations to Peralta, the pride of Wellington, Florida, Wellington High School. She is an Auburn University commit, and she is on her way. Well, Amanda and I are glad you spent this time with us, and certainly proud to have been a part of this broadcast again, and we're glad that it's back. I want to thank our entire viewing audience for coming to California with us and celebrating this sport. On behalf of our producer-director, John Walsh, and our entire ESPNU production team, the Olympian Amanda Freed, my name is Darren Sutton. Keep celebrating this sport. The rising tide lifts all boats, and these athletes are doing so on a daily basis. Until next time, we'll see all of you at the ballpark. Have a good day from Irvine.